to a cross, rejected. And you see, we know something of the cost of God's side of showing mercy, extending mercy to a lost world. And he found you and he found me in our lost condition. And the mercy that he showed you is, we preach about a free mercy, unmerited grace, unmerited love. That God was so fully satisfied with the sacrifice of Jesus on the cross, fully paid. We talk about free grace, we talk about free mercy, and it's true. That is the gospel of Jesus Christ. The mercy that was shown to you and me was such a powerful mercy, and it was not going to cost you anything. He paid the price, and God's fully satisfied with that price, with that mercy that was shown, fully paid, free mercy, free grace. But there is a cost on the human side. There is a cost in working out that mercy in your human life, in our everyday life. There's a high price. It's a very costly mercy that's been shown to us. Jesus paid it in the human flesh. He paid a price. And it's the same price that you and I are going to pay. We're going to pay the price, the cost to our human flesh will be total rejection. Society will never accept you if Jesus Christ is the cause and the meaning of your mercy and grace. If you're in a ministry, if you're a teaching ministry, if you are in any way a messenger of Christ, a vessel, a testimony, you cannot accept or ever think that you're going to be accepted by the world. You're going to be rejected. If you're going to be merciful to the world, he said, be merciful. And this concept of working out the mercy of God, we receive this free grace. Yes, it cost the Father his own Son. It cost Jesus here on earth giving up his heavenly position and come here and take on our human flesh. But in that human flesh, working out the mercy is an example to all mankind. In other words, Jesus said, I'm going to show you the cost of mercy. And it is total rejection by the world. And folks, there is going to come a persecution to everyone that has received the mercy of grace, the mercy and the love of God. And when you speak this, I talk to some of you that are in Teen Challenge and you're director or you're a minister or worker. Don't ever expect your ministry to be applauded by the world or accepted by the world. If Jesus Christ is the center of it, and Christ is being exalted, the more Christ is exalted, the more you show forth the mercy of Christ and exalt him as the core, as a source of that mercy, all the more you're going to be rejected by the world system. You're going to be rejected by a compromised church. And there's not going to be any greater persecution come upon a Christ-centered ministry in these last days than from the backslidden, compromised church. It will come from religious circles. Most of the pain that was inflicted on Christ, the persecution, the rejection, came from religious orders, from religious organization, from the scribes and the Pharisees and the Sadducees. And you're going to... I get suspicious of any church wanting to be accepted. You're not going to get accepted if your church is preaching Christ, if he's the center of everything. And if you're going to exalt the mercy of Christ as it was ordained, you're going to be literally considered the scum of the earth, according to Paul. At Times Square Church, the closer we get to the heart of his message of mercy, and the more we show mercy, when Teen Challenge was founded, and after a few years, and many drug addicts saved, and they had experienced at least 2 years of walking with Christ, no drugs, and many of them now going to Bible school and considering social work. And I called to a medical conference here in New York City. Rockefeller was the governor of New York at the time, and it was Governor Rockefeller's multi-million-dollar program, and it had failed. They couldn't find a single cure for a drug addict after millions of dollars were being spent on his program. And I was invited to one of the conferences where doctors and others all got together, and the theme of it, actually by a few psychiatrists, was that there is no known cure for the drug addict. No known cure. And I had with me, it was 8 or 10 drug addicts had been healed by the Holy Ghost and clean. And we had I think two of them gave a short testimony how the Lord had set them free, and they had no desire for drugs, and they were going to go into minister and so forth. And I gave up and gave just a short thing, how Jesus Christ changes lives. Well, folks, the man that followed me, a psychiatrist, got up after the testimonies, after evidence, they're all sitting right in the front, and the psychiatrist said, now we know, after all that we've done and spent, there is no known cure for the drug addict. And a doctor who evidently liked what he heard turned to me and said, where has he been? Was he not in this service? You see, it's never going to be accepted because Christ is the center of it.